Hello everyone and welcome to Ghost of a Tale, a kind of stealth action adventure RPG kind of thing that is still currently in beta, available on Steam, though they are looking to gather more funds by doing the open beta thing on Steam, and well, overall I've got mixed feelings about doing something like that because, well, there's the stuff that is in alpha or beta, for example, well, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, which is currently doing quite well for itself, as it should be. It's a wonderful game, I do have a good time playing it, but on the other hand, it's also something that I paid for, that due to the fact that it's an alpha, it is unstable, there are issues, that a lot of work needs to be done, and the devs have basically free reign not to do that. And although, as my friend did point out, they said originally that there would be no microtransactions before the game was complete, and since there are now microtransactions, that must mean the game is complete. But that is my gripe about something else, not about this. So, this was partly funded on, was it on Indiegogo, was it on, I think it was on Indiegogo, and this is a wonderful little example of a very wonderful little project that, first of all, it looks amazing, as you will soon see. So, the person responsible for this is Lionel Gallant, who has worked, for example, as the animation director on Despicable Me. So that's quite high acclaim. That's quite a good kind of, there's indication that what we're going to be seeing is something of substance and quality. Right, wow. Having a little bit of a... Let's have a look at the audio controls. We can probably turn the master volume up a little bit. There we go. Sleep, Red Rose. You stood before the Baron, your wife Mera at your side. He bid you play the poison cup, and you knew then that this was not for his amusement but a test, and so play you did, but from Mera there was only silence and a look of such defiance. He struck her and you cried out and went to her, and then darkness. How many days have passed since then? In your heart you know she's still alive, and that one day you'll find her. Until then all you have are these flowers, your memories of her, and a question. Why? The basin is empty. The basin is empty. So, right, mushrooms. Health is low. Go into inventory. Which, yes, this does actually have like a proper... Looking at it like this and looking at the... Well, let's address the first issue. The art is... The game looks absolutely fantastic, and that is largely due to the fact that it is one of the bigger things. Find me, cover your tracks and move unseen. It says S. Right. So key to the jail. Apple core, all sorts of stuff. So the basic idea is you are a mouse bard looking for your wife, and it does have a little bit of Rats of Nim in the general feeling as well, which you might have been able to tell. And the basic idea is you have no you have no recourse against enemies, and what you must do is you must sneak and make your way past unnoticed, or if push comes to shove, then you must leg it and hide, for example, in a basin. So that's the basic gameplay. It's not very complicated. However, then we have the actual role-playing game element. So we've got the inventory, which is tools, clothes, food. There we go. Health bar full. We've got books, which is... So we've got a book of costumes. For example, this is the minstrel costume. This will get updated as it goes up. Then we have a songbook, which lets us play the bard's songs. Book of Flowers, which is the book that got updated when I picked up the rose. Then there's miscellaneous items, figurine of your child, loot, red rose, and keys. Then you've got the quests, for example, Flowers for Mera, find and collect 13 roses, Jailbreak, which is marked as the main quest. And then there's lore, characters, locations, items, institutions, events, and what have you. So there's opportunity, and there's a lot of stuff that can happen and that can be brought into this, and not all of that will be gone into. You picked up a useful tool. Press E to use or throw tool. Press... Well, that's a bit of a problem. I haven't got a fucking controller connected, have I? So, you put a new candle on your candlestick. Sell manifest. Name Tylo. Profession minstrel. Offences acts of sedition. Right, so we're a seditious minstrel. Glorious. So, clothes. We have located a new kind of hood, which we have put on. Fire striker. Well, shall you use the fire striker? I can use the candle. Oh well, doesn't matter. It's locked. But we must hide. And when hiding is also when you can do the saving thing. Right, all sorts of... well... So, the game is still, like I said, it's in beta, so there are still some issues with it, but overall, it's quite good. Green bug! Anything else that I should... Right, old pirate frog. Ferret's balls, what do you think you're doing, Mousy, barging into my cell uninvited? Do you know who I am? Because I have no idea. No, wait! Gerald Red Whiskers, that's it! Navigator of the Lake Witch, under Captain Otto Powderkeg. Read footnote. So we have access to a nice bit of lore right from there. Scrunt. Read. A word too rude to define. Right, you massive fucking cunt. Of course not. The smell of mice and the smell of lies. Well, it rhymes, so it must be true. Strangle the sleeping guard. But aren't you a pirate? But isn't it a crime? Let me see what I can do. Okay, so we need to steal a bottle of vodka from the sleeping guard. So the actual game looks very nice. Really dark in here. But better to light a candle than to curse the darkness. So we need a key. And up in the top corner you can see how the candle is currently being used. In addition to normally just seeing what the current selected item is. Right. Anything fun here? Red bug. Hide. Oh, nothing. Basement. Nothing useful. Red bug. Can't go through there. And there is a sleeping guard. Indeed. Try to move more quietly. Apple, mushrooms. All sorts of food items. Ooh, he started to notice me, senpai. I now have a bucket. What will I do with this bucket? Well, I will put it down, I suppose. Nothing useful, nothing interesting. Candle, always good. A door that leads downwards. Well, this can't be where... Oh, mushrooms. Nice. Ah, so for that we need a key. I haven't a clue what I'm doing with this bucket, but it seems important to me that I put it right on top of that. Great, there we go. That's a great job. How great of me. Is this starting to be grating? I bet it fucking is. Right. I know. So, there we go. So, when sneaking, when you stand still, you get less noticed. When you move, you get more noticed. Very basic stealth system in that regard, and one of the things about this... Indeed. What does it mean, this word? Right, brilliant. So I'm looking for something... Do you speak mouse? Well, that's a dumb fucking question. Mouse and silly hats. A mouse's hat or hood counts among their most prized possessions. Dwindling Heights Keep. Right. Let's go. Autosave. Mushrooms. Grain. A stick. Right. Let's not get noticed right now. We've enough problems as it is. Yellow bug. It's locked. I need the key, which he has. So I think it's time to go pickpocketing. Brilliant! I'm just gonna borrow. I'm just gonna borrow everything you've got. Borrow means take and not intend to return, right? Okay. I shall pop a quick save. There we go, game saved. Don't ye mind me. Just I have discovered fate cards. There we go, nice and quiet, nice and not detected. Due to the nature of the hiding place, we need the cupboard key. Oh dear. Why did I touch it? It said it's a hornet's nest. Why did I go and poke it? Why am I so grievously mentally ill? Both of those things, I assume. Tools, we'll put on the minstrel. Green bug. Well, they do something. 24 health. That is something that we can probably use. Something that I have just now squandered. Ah, but such is life. When you see a thing and you don't squander it, is that not in itself squandering an opportunity? No, it isn't. I'm being silly. There is a sleeping guard. We need the jail master key. Let's see, can we read that notice? Barfin Niels, guard, theft, disorderly conduct. He's been a naughty boy. Ah, so we need the key for that as well. Who's got the key? Have you got the key, good sir? Is it in fact in your pocket? On your hip? Doesn't seem to be, actually. Well, that is indeed most perturbatory. Not even perturabo would be more perturbed. I have to say, the mouse character looks so nice. It's so well done. It's kind of simplistic because it's black eyes and it relies on the inherent cuteness. Ooh, money. We like ourselves a little bit of money. It relies more on the inherent, cuteness factor than it does on making the character cute. Oh, candles. We'll have those. We'll have those. No more candles to be carried. Right. So, cupboard key. Where the fuck would a cupboard key be? It wasn't there. There were the... Here there were bees. We don't want bees. Ah, there we are. That's something. You just mind your own business. I'll just... Oh dear. Oh dear. Right, we must throw something. Best probably to wait until the guard has vacate. Ooh, there's a drawer that I didn't see. Cupboard key. Oh, good. How wonderful. It's an adventure and you're all invited. How cracking. Locked. Pirate's Baldric. A stocky barrel of a rat with a short fuse. Captain Otto Powderkeg was the captain of the galleon Lake Witch, and he is perhaps the most renowned pirate. Right. In his wanted poster, Captain Powderkeg is always seen wearing pirate captain's hat, eye patch, baldric with buckle and ruff, silk sash, and grey buccaneer's boots. So what we need, in fact, to make that costume, so that we can wear it, and get bonuses inherent to the costume. See, this is the thing. Costumes give bonuses. We shall put that on just to showcase it. So 4 costumes give. Go. Jesus Christ. These guards will not notice anything except of course me, but you know, at least they don't notice bottles breaking, which is good for me. Incident log. Private Hearth given 2 days in jail for not wearing his full armour in the courtyard. Private Eingar struck and brained by falling drawbridge after winch brake failed. Mechanism still unstable. Good to know because we just fucked with it. Private Gaff left addled by a falling barrel. Private Fuel wagered 2 florins he could jump the pit. Funeral to be held tomorrow. Private Scree taken by spiders in the lower levels. Private Tigers, drunk on duty, assigned to the Screaming Gate for 1 week. So that's the guy, I think, who was drunk. Private Neil's theft of official documents remanded to the cells. So that's that bloke. Very sensitive, handle with care. Sticks, we shall grab all the sticks we can carry. There we go. Is that a ladder? That is a ladder. We can most probably use this ladder to do something. Possibly climb. And possibly even climb up or down. Maybe sideways. No, wait, that's not a ladder. Something is through there, but we can't get to it. However, there were 2 florins here, which is always nice. Always nice to see a little bit of extra money. So, overall, I have to say that one of the things about this is that the oil jar, I've not got anything that uses oil though. Oh, pirate's belt and lantern. Well, now we've got something that does. Right. Waste. A pirate belt. Oil. Lantern already filled up. So the lantern, I assume, is going to be a slightly more stable, slightly more... I hear the footsteps of an enormous... Fuck off, I want me tea. Oh shit, he's gonna see me. Unless I'm very, very, very careful. He almost already saw me, and that's bad. That's bad. However, reading from the documents, we have gathered that barrels can knock people unconscious. So... he's fucking knocked out. Like a barrel room key, but he's not going to stay knocked out forever, so what we're going to do is we're going to nick all his stuff and we're going to go. Another thing about the game is there's no death. Neither to you or to the enemies. If you get captured, which I will showcase in a little bit. Right. Okay. Ooh, that was fucking tight, that was. A bit of an autosave there, because saves coming isn't coming unless it saves coming. And the past we shall go. Maybe we'll even throw a bottle at him, for good measure. Ooh, shit! Well, that solved that problem for a while, but I think we need more bottles now. Requires master key, requires... ooh, lever. Nothing useful. Anything useful? Stool. Ooh, we can find a vacant spot. Ooh, master key located right there. That is nice. Accountant ledger. Prisoner log. William Stout sentenced to 5 days for stealing a pie. Otto Pyrrhekeg remanded to the jails of Dwindling. On the sentence of death, execution to be carried out within 2 days. Pirate taken and hanged on captain's orders. William Stout missing from his cell. Disappearance is an utter mystery. So there's something suspicious and mysterious going on thereabouts. Someone is not who they say they are. Or possibly Crossdale Hearts. Chamber pot. I've been putting my hand down a lot of chamber pots lately, and something about it makes me uncomfortable. I'm just gonna go with runaway. Open that. Run this way. Maybe we can use a stick to distract something. Hopefully, maybe I shall make it out of the keep before we run out of time. At least into the courtyard. So now we've got a nice little shortcut, because one of the things about this this game at this stage, and probably at any later stage, I don't know how many how much stuff has been updated since my last time with this game, but on the other hand I also don't want to show too much of this, because if it's one of those games that truly deserves, you know, if it gets your interest. Guard's armor, Salah helmet with face guard, chest plate, and pauldrons. Isn't Salah just another kind of helmet? Folds greaves. Blacksmith. Alright, what do you mean? Lost, looking for answers. For a few florins. Okay. Two florins, okay, fine. She won't be here. No females are held here. Aye. I've no money. Ah, indeed. Job. One of your hammers. Okay. So another fetch quest. There we go. Nice bit of flour. So we've made it into the courtyard, so there's actually quite a lot of the keep itself to be examined. Now, when the story got to the point where it was time to leave this keep area, is where the game ended when I last played it. If they've added more content, I'm not aware, because I don't do research and because I can't be asked. But even up until then, it's certainly worth, well, it's worth your time, at least. However, it is up to you to make the decision. Is it worth your money? I think it's available on Steam for 20 of your USD, or your regional equivalent in whatever magical fairy currency that might be. For example, I use polished seashells. It's a bit of a problematic thing, but, you know, it's all done electronically these days anyway. Doesn't matter. So, this has been a very kind of brief and incomplete look into Ghost of a Tale, starring this adorable little mousey. So, I certainly hope that this has at least in some way piqued your interest, and if it has, that you'll support this project in some way and at least look more into it. I think that's a reasonable request. But for now, there's nothing left to be said. So, thank you for joining me, and remember to inflict me on your friends, your family, your enemies, especially your enemies. This would really fucking rile them up. And for now, goodbye.